Hello, you're watching Up New X, and this is a rant on 狐妖小红娘, the first drama among the 3 dramas that should come out from now on till next year, produced by the company 恒星引力, based on the Chinese manga and anime IP 狐妖小红娘. I have watched some parts of it, so I know the story setup. And I also think this is not really a suitable IP to basically 3-dimensionalize. Bring it into live action is not the best idea because of the story's nature. It's almost impossible to adapt it to a live action drama. And they have to change things. They did change things. And they did all the wrong things that completely destroyed the original IP with this drama adaptation. If you happen to be a fan of the manga and anime, my condolences. If you know nothing about the original IP, I still cannot really see anybody could reasonably enjoy the live action drama. And then when you try to rant about it, you also feel not really that energized and motivated because it is such a lazy and pointless drama. And I really cannot find a best way to attack this thing to make this video that interesting. So I'm just gonna talk. And I can only hope the thing that will sustain you through this video is that you like my voice. Starting with, this drama has finally consolidated and proven that the success of Fairy and Devil 2 summers ago from the same production company 恒星引力 was a complete accident. A blind luck coincidence that made the producer Wang Yixu believe he's a genius, or made him falsely believe he understood why that drama succeeded. Therefore, he can copy and paste and create more. And we have already 2 dramas, last year's 7 times, and this year's first Fox Spirit Matchmaker to prove he actually got it probably completely wrong. He even changed his social media name into Love and Peace, Little Fat Guy, whatever. Love and peace, peace and love, love and peace, and that's the theme of our stories, and that kind of is the ultimate goal of Chinese 仙偶 or 仙侠, which is ridiculous. Fairy and Devil is not a story about love and peace. It succeeded because it is a story about, through love, we can discover the better version of ourselves. If you have to really condense it down to one sentence, it's not love and peace. Yet this guy totally missed the point. He didn't get the scriptwriter to write another good script. He didn't get that director back to direct his future dramas. Yi Zheng was a really good director. He really knows how to direct people and how to bring the best performance and reason the actions and behaviors of characters. Unfortunately, the producer probably doesn't think much of the director's importance, therefore he never used him again. And what do you get? All the failed projects that happened afterwards. Now let's get to Fox Spirit Matchmaker. Everything that's terrible about it that I can think of. Okay, after watching about 10-12 episodes, I kind of got to the point where she sticks her hand through his chest, which is quite a long time ago now compared to what they've gotten to at this point, but I didn't continue because why would you do that to yourself? Point number 1, the story starts with a premise that's really twisted, and when you think about it, it's illegal. Basically, you have a female lead who is supposedly hundreds and thousands of years old. Like, I don't know exactly how old she is, but she's old. And she, by practice, pretty much adopted a human kid who is like, what, 8-10-year-old for 16 years. And the reason she kept him, at least on the surface, is that he has this special blood that will eventually become an offering to the magical tree that is the root and the base of the existence of her whole clan. And then once he grows into an adult, he just falls in love with her automatically. So basically the story starts with a base that is oddly a mixture of the pedophile story / Stockholm Syndrome. You wish I can buy into a romantic relationship that's based on this kind of foundation. It's already killed all the buzz and all the possibilities of anything happening right from that point onwards. It's not gonna be a romantic story I can in any way swallow. I guess Wang Yixu totally didn't see that one. And I find weird that the whole crew, when they're working the script and doing this, like, nobody really found it problematic. If you think, oh, I just didn't notice that, okay, let's leave it. Move on to the next thing that's apparent in every second of this drama, which is the hardware of this drama. The looks, the camera works, the costumes, the lighting, the integration of that so-called XR technology that completely didn't help this drama at all. XR, which is the circular projection of a LED, it's a type of screen behind you that can live calculate camera position, actor, and the background so that it looks like it's in 3D dimension. Many films have used that. Even the Korean drama Queen of Tears has used it. But when you use it, you have to use it under circumstances that actually make sense for it to make that technology work in your favor. For example, in Queen of Tears, they use that screen projection for switching between the snowfield that is in the female lead's mind to the real world that is an office. So when she's walking, suddenly her background changes into the forest, and then it switches back within 1 second to the office. So they can do the shot. That makes it a lot easier for the makeup, for everybody to not having to shoot it into locations, therefore avoiding all the continuity problems. So that's a really brilliant use of that technology. Whereas this drama mostly uses that technology for the Tushan, for the mountain, for the misty clouds and the god living space. It's always just a backdrop. You don't have to shoot it that way. You can just really green screen it. I guess because of that thing, the bright thing in the background, they have to do the lighting in ways that just looks bad for this drama. If you compare the look of things of Fairy and Devil and this Matchmaker. Matchmaker looks a lot cheaper and the light looks a lot flatter, and it gives you a strong sense of people walking in front of a backdrop for a lot of shots because of the not really well integrated XR background and the people in foreground. It just didn't look good. And even if you disregard that, if you just look at, for example, hair, makeup, it doesn't have, let's say, character. The crazy colors on their face, the little dangling bits on their hair, and all the details in their costumes, it's very noisy, but actually doesn't look good. Also, it's a very lazy way of styling people, basically based on their theme color. For example, our female lead character, she's Hong Hong, so she's red. So everything about her is red. And then her sister is purple. Her other sister is green. And they would color coordinate everything, even like their eyeshadows and all the details. One color covers it all is a very common way of doing styling for this type of idol fantasy dramas, but it's a very lazy way. It doesn't have any visual conflict, pleasure, contrast, any of that. And even when certain magic moments look really pretty on screen, it's not really helping the story, helping the plot, building up emotion, like it does nothing for the storytelling. So no matter how pretty it is, it only works if you want to take a screenshot and make it your desktop image. Even that, you probably don't want to use that because it doesn't look textured, it looks fake. If you have to add a couple of things into the hardware department, because I would still consider it to be hardware, although it's actually to do with acting and actors, but then it's a form of production standard, basically dubbing. Dubbing makes it not really, to me, professional and really deserving of that much of my attention, but then again, I understand if they don't dub, it will be even worse. Other things like creative decisions that I wouldn't say is creative decision, it probably is just because everybody is lazy, they just don't want to work, they just want to quickly get it done and get money. Completely disregard that the original character of Hong Hong in anime, she is a physical fighter. She does not want to stand far away and use magic to hit her enemies. She literally want to get up close to you and then punch you and claw through your head. She's a physical fighter, and that's what she likes. Yang Mi only stand there. Like, she doesn't fight in any way significantly. She always just stands there and then just do light and sparkles with CG. Don't try to find excuses for it. There is none. Then let's talk about characters. The thing is, if you bother to spend money to buy an IP, then why do you change everything? If you have to change everything, then maybe just don't buy the IP and just write your original story. Change Hong Hong to Lü Lü, I mean green. And then maybe she's not a fox now. She's a swan. She's a, I don't know, like a raccoon. They can be weasels. I don't care. And then just change on the name, because nothing is really like the original IP. So even if you do this, like, nobody can sue you for copyright infringement because it literally is completely different. It's not like the original IP people. It's gonna love your work if you change everything and still keep the name. So they're not the potential targeted audiences. What extra traffic can you get from just buying the IP but change everything? Anyway, the original characters I've already mentioned. Tu Shang Hong Hong is a very interesting character. She basically has a psychological block and she is punishing herself for something she did a long time ago that caused a really not desirable result, let's say, and she's forever punishing herself. So she doesn't talk to people, she rarely opens her mouth. She has no direct communication skills, and then she fights you just like Pwah, and she's very strong. And that type of character is actually quite cute. If you can, in some way, which is hard actually, 3-dimensionalize it and bring it into live action. But no matter what you do, it's very hard to believe that she is Yang Mi's character. Apart from the fact that they have the same name. Same thing with Gong Jun's character, Donghua Yuechu, with the anime Yuechu. Totally irrelevant. Gong Jun is playing an idiot who is just flirting with technically like your mother or aunt, who literally performed parental duties towards you for 16 years. And often you feel like the energy between him and Yang Mi is not really anything romantic. It's more like sisterhood or even nephew and aunt. Then the character Yaya, which is played by Guo Xiaoting, in the anime, she is an alcoholic, femme fatale type of character. Yet, looking at what she gets reduced down to in the drama version, she's basically a brainless fangirl who is fangirling this legendary guy that she never meets, and then conveniently, first moment in her story, she already meets the guy. She just doesn't know he is he. And I'm like, oh my god, this is like 300-year-old trope, and you're using it on this actress who's actually a pretty good actress, but I don't blame her. Like, she can't really do anything with this role on paper. It's a mess. And then the third sister, played by Hu Yanxing, wow, she is just human instruction manual. Her only function in the drama is to stand there and just talk and say things explicitly. It's like she's reading the script and she's reading the instruction manual of all the other characters. Next step, you should go there and sit down there and kiss. Like, that's her function. Then from the characters, let's briefly talk about performance and acting. Nobody is in the drama, in the character. I guess they can't be, because with that level of script writing, like, there isn't even a character there. So how do you play it? They really don't care about their characters, particularly, let's say, Yang Mi. She's sort of forced into a punch card 9 to 5 job when you see her acting on camera in this drama. In 1944, you can say she's still trying. It may be trying too hard, actually, overdoing it, but there's an effort, at least, present with her trying. And in this drama, she's completely given up trying. And she's like somebody who walks to her station in the morning, put the card, punch, okay, I'm on time, I'm not late, put it down. Just sit there from 9 to 5 until clock strikes, punch the card again and leave. That's her attitude towards the whole thing. At least performance that's been captured on camera reads to me like she cannot wait to get out of there. She doesn't frown, she doesn't smile. At the end of every sentence she speaks, she immediately shuts her mouth. It's a habit she has and everybody has noticed in Chinese dramaland. So just go and watch it. You'll see. She will always immediately shuts and close her lips because I guess like she thinks that makes her look better. I don't know. If it really just tires you and bores you so much to be this character in this drama, why take on the job in the first place? I believe she's rich enough to not really care about whether she does 3 dramas a year or 1 drama a year. Anyway, that's her acting. And as for Gong Jun, I think by this point we should agree that he doesn't work with a female gender woman opposite him. He does not work. He only works when there's a guy opposite him. That's his energy. And at best, they are like good sis. Go out shopping together and have ice cream and watch movies together and then shop till we drop type of situation. But it's not like a romantic partner. And then at worst, there's like a generation gap between Yang Mi and him. Always just reads like your aunt goes to kindergarten to pick you up. So no matter how hard they try to say, oh, I love you, whatever, and then sticking your hand through my chest, or like having a classic slow motion in the market, take down your mask, oh, I'm shocked by how beautiful you are. Just look at the frame like I screenshot. There's nothing going on between these two people. They're like in class, but then they're thinking about other things and suddenly get caught by a teacher stand up and knowing nothing what is going on in the classroom. That's how they're acting those moments. It looks like that. I mean, the only thing Gong Jun can show off now in this drama is his torso and his lean body and all the muscles, and they even put a little bit oil on him so he shines. I miss the olden days of Word of Honor, but I don't think he can come back ever again. And honestly, he really should thank Wen Kexing. That character created his career he has so far, but then it's not gonna work forever. And it kind of already ran out. Finally, the story and the absolutely unforgivable sin that this drama has committed against its original IP, which is it changed its essential setting. Why is it called 狐妖小红娘? Because the fox demons, they perform the matchmaker's duty. And what type of matchmaking do they have to do? Well, it's tied to that big tree. 苦情树 literally means bitter love tree. What it does is it gives you an opportunity for reincarnation and meeting your love again. And it only applies to human and a demon's love affair. Because if you're a fox demon or whatever demon, you tend to live thousands and even longer years, and humans can maximum 100 years. So if you fall in love, it's inevitable that one is gonna die. So this tree will give you the power. If you really truly are in love, you go to the tree and pray to the tree, and tree will give you this ability to meet again. For the demon to wait and for the human to reincarnate. But when a human reincarnates, things can be very different. It could be many years later. It could be very soon. It could be this person would meet somebody that they fall in love and not fall in love with a demon anymore. The matchmakers are there to make sure to facilitate basically the reincarnation is gonna go smoothly, and then you're gonna meet and you're gonna be able to remember what happened and then get together again. That's their job. So the tree functions as the magic that allows the future things to happen, and it only functions because humans and demons have this natural age thing that's different. What did they do with the drama? They took that out completely. And the tree function changes from trying to give the reincarnation to the human and the demon pair to a demon and demon pair, like a fox demon and a fox demon. Then why do you need to exist, tree? Because they all live like indefinitely anyway. So what's the function of you? And the function becomes, if you love each other, you go to the tree and the tree gives you a flower. So basically you're like marriage certificate delivery tree. But the thing is, if you love each other, you don't need a tree to prove or do anything to let the love actually work. If you love each other. Why do you need anything else like a tree to give you a flower to prove what? And if you have the flower, doesn't that mean you're gonna love each other forever? You're never gonna find another person you love more and break up? No, the flower actually doesn't do that. So what does the tree do? The tree actually doesn't do anything. No point of existing. And why then this tree has power to actually decide everything and almost like decide life and death of her clan? Like, I don't get it. I mean, the drama says like, because the three sisters come from the tree, so if the tree has problem, they have problem, but it does not make sense. And the tree originally is to pair up human and demon, and they have reincarnation stories, they have contemporary stories, and then pastime stories, and that's the sad love story. That basically is the soul of the whole IP. It's just one after another sad love stories, and the drama just totally uprooted the roots of the original IP. That's why I said, why don't you just write your original story? Why buy the IP? It's like going into other people's backyard and trash it for no good reason. It's just mind-bogglingly stupid. 狐妖小红娘 live action, first one, 龚俊杨幂 led. 月红篇 is a shameless, pathetic, no quality, a joke fantasy idol adaptation drama that if you are a fan of the original IP, for your mental peace, I would highly recommend you not even click it open ever. Then if you're not a fan of the original IP, you know nothing about it, I would highly recommend you to check out the original anime IP and just give this one a pass. And for people who are looking forward to the second and third, led by 刘诗诗 and 张云龙, 陈意 and 李一桐, give up hoping at this point. And if they somehow showed up and with a little bit of luck actually turned out to be slightly better than this one, then you should be already very happy, and then you can rejoice, right? But now just like give up, give space to other things so that you wouldn't be bothered by it, and definitely wouldn't be disappointed if it turned out to be just as shitty. That's what I want to say about 狐妖小红娘. You see, like even up to this point at the end of this video, I'm still not very enthusiastic about it. Even the badness of the drama is just so lacking energy and so lazy. Thank you for watching. I'm New X. I'll see you in my next video. Meanwhile, live long and happy.